I'm gonna need y'all to like the video, comment if you want, but turn your post notifications on so you know the next time I drop.
I just feel like, again, like I said, in today's time,
It would hurt me for it.
You need, I was about to say Dacia race, but no, I don't want to say that. I mean,
So you're saying, hold on, Jessica, it's not your turn to talk. Miss Toy Toy. So you're saying that the reason why the biggest problem with dating men these days is us liking pictures on Instagram.
Pictures, there's half naked, there's naked women everywhere, all over social media. You go outside, there's women outside. I mean, men.
So the main problem with dating in 2025 is the fact that there are women outside.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Can you please get to it? I only got a 2-hour show.
Oh my God, Lord. What I'm trying to say is, if you're
diverting. That's what women do when they don't know an answer or they don't want to goddamn say the truth. They talk around the motherfucker. The fact of the matter is, ma'am, that's not our problem. I didn't get naked on Instagram. Your species did. I didn't goddamn do a twerk video with shaking my cheeks. Your species did. It's not my fault that I get on a free app and like the goddamn picture that your species posted. So if we're saying that men are wrong because women exist, that's what's wrong with the dating. Well, let's try to have a world with no bitches. I don't think there's going to be any dating going on. So obviously we're going to have to take some accountability over the fact that these women shouldn't be doing these things, like spreading their cheeks on live. Because we ain't giving them $1,000 like Boost.
Respectfully.
It's always trying to project this accountability onto men to avoid it at all costs, and they have no limits where they'll go. And some of them, they've been in echo chambers their entire lives, so they really haven't heard much else. It's either men telling them what they want to hear so they can have sex with them, or women lying to each other, telling each other what they want to hear in the echo chamber. So, you know, all of this stuff is really new to a lot of women.
I realized that other cultures kind of get this. I need you to hear me. Other cultures tend to get this. And when I say other cultures, I'm talking about white culture, Indian culture. I'm talking about other cultures other than African Americans. And a lot of the time what happens is you're mistaking the playboy for a husband, and you're trying to marry a playboy instead of marrying a husband. And that's, a lot of women don't realize this. A lot of women don't realize this. And this is why you continue to have such horrible dating experiences. Because you could be sitting there ignoring the husband material, ignoring the man that is already put you in his forever category. A man will sleep with you, hang out with you, Netflix and chill with you, and you are not his type at all, but he enjoys the sex, he enjoys your company, he enjoys the fun. And now as a woman, you've put this type of man into the husband material. They looked at the playboy and said he just wasn't the one, he wasn't faithful, he wasn't ready to settle down. But Rebecca, as a matchmaker, I want you to find me the man who looks like Mr. Playboy, who wants to be loyal and faithful to me and committed to me, and find me my husband, but I want him to look like Mr. Playboy and act like Mr.
I find it hilarious how when women actually start to listen to each other, they're confused at what they want. You know what I mean? And this is your species. How are you confused by it? Like if you confused, you know damn well we don't understand why they're asking for the things that they're asking for, knowing that it doesn't exist.
I used to feel if a person can say something to me and I let them make it and I don't get on their ass right then and there, I felt like I was a hoe. But as you get older, you understand the fact that they can make you react, that make you actually more weaker anyway. You supposed to determine, okay, I don't want to play today. Yeah. When I do want to play, cool, let's get to it. That's the part, transitioning from trying to prove something to I'm going to react when I feel. Coming from where we come from, you don't think like not to speak on somebody who got nothing to lose compared to you. It's just shit, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? But then you got to realize, bro, when you go to dealing with people who ain't got nothing to lose, who ain't even got 2% of what you got going on, do you risk that? Because all the while, they don't even care about if they lose the situation. They just don't want you with the shit.
They try to bring you down to their level. He who can anger you is your master.
You got to be careful of the situations you're in, because somebody could just want to trick you out of your spot. You never know who's hypnotized with jealousy. You know, just behind the scenes, it just is what it is.
You have to put in the work. You have to be willing to learn. Yeah. You know, you can't just be being recognized and all of that. And, you know, that can't be the forefront. You have to hone in on the skill set in order to have a career. There was mad cats that I came up with in the 90s that were in a movie. And unfortunately, I don't see much of them anymore.
Right.
But I do remember being in their presence and vice versa and watching them be Hollywood or just certain attitudes or not really honing in on the craft.
Right.
It was always about the work for me. I had to be a willing student and to recognize that I'm still learning. Even to this day, as a veteran in the game, 3 decades in, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So you always have to be a student. You always have to be a sponge. As soon as you think you know everything, your ass is grass.
That's with anything. I'm like that with life. You know, you always have to be able to evolve or adapt. That's what it is. It's adapt or die. That's just the nature of being on Earth. That's the nature of being, is either adapt or die. And if you stop learning, then what's the point of living? You know.
Great names and royalty.
You didn't ask me about kings who had many women. So I want to show you an example of something. You asked me about what about women who had many men, and then you specifically brought up Cleopatra, and I spoke to you about how she lost her kingdom because of that.
I have to look into that.
I have. So that's why I'm having this debate with you. That's why I'm having it. That's why I'm having this. You can't no other. That's why even the Queen of England, she died and ruled for many years, had one husband.
That we know of.
But listen,
we know of.
That's what I'm gonna tell you something about a woman. You won't know nothing else about a woman but what you know of. But everything about a bitch in a hoe, you're gonna know everything about her. Not about a woman. A woman is always gonna be secretive and gonna be reign anonymous. The women today aren't secretive and they're unanonymous. You're gonna know about every man she slept with. But the Queen of England, from Michelle Obama to Coretta Scott King, you won't hear nothing about who they slept with. But great men, you will always hear about great men having many and multiple women, from kings and presidents.
That's the expectation.
But you won't.
Just have.
Well, that's not the expectation. That's the nature, and that's the God design of a man. God created a man to be fruitful and to multiply. That's why a woman gets pregnant and remains pregnant for 9 months. And while she's pregnant, a man can continue impregnate other women. She can only get pregnant one time. So it's not designed for her to be with multiple men.
Right. No, I don't disagree with women, being with one man, but I do think that there's kind of like a double standard.
It is.
It's a double standard.
It's a double standard in nature. And we don't make the standards. We operate out of nature. We're humans. We don't get to make the standards of nature. Nature says man is more dominant than woman. Man is physically more stronger than woman. You can't deny that.
Not mentally.
And mentally.
No, they're not.
Depends on who you're asking.
Okay.
Well, you go to war then.
That's not. That's physical.
That's mental.
Okay, yeah.
Because war is not mental. War, you stand in the woods. War is not physical because you don't really get to see your opponent. You guys are shooting from over here.
It's strategic.
Well,
women are going to war.
But women
they don't get drafted. They enlist for the army.
Women aren't leaders. Women aren't
sergeants.
Women aren't analytical, right?
That's not true.
That is true. That's why women are nurturers and men are hunters. That's why when God created man and woman, one have a emotional makeup and one have a analytical makeup.
Okay.
Because when you ask a man, hey, how do you feel about this? What is he going to do? If you ask a man, how did he feel? He's going to tell you what he thinks. You ask a woman what she thinks, she's going to tell you how she feels. Okay. Why? Because one is a nurturer and one is a natural born hunter. So one is a thinker, an analytic. He's strategic. A woman feels.
But
and you can't lead with feelings.
Listen, don't you think that you...
I agree totally with Charleston White was saying. I think the one thing he left out is that you consider it a double standard, but in order for a man to have sexual access to women, he has to become. Whereas with women, their sexual access to men is automatic. So a man having a lot of women compared to a woman having a lot of men, it doesn't hit the same because there's no effort in her getting more men. The effort is turning down those offers and attracting the right man, which is a total different game. But I digress.
Okay, do you feel like black women protect us?
Some of them do, 100%.
Some
of them definitely do.
All right, okay.
You do see a wave. You do see a wave of black women who are about they black kings, all that.
Come on, Fred.
Come on, man. You know damn well what the fuck. If anything happened, they're blaming their own men. Okay, tell you what. How do any other race of woman call they men niggas or disrespect them? How? There is no phrase for it.
No, there isn't. In the Latin community, you don't do it.
There's no phrase. Okay,
but that may be
start
because
that
they
slave
don't.
shit.
They don't. Oh, I ain't going there. But that may be because they don't want to use that word.
Okay, so
only person that's freely to use the word would be a black woman.
Okay. So what form of race disrespects their men outside of the black woman? You see how quiet it get? Name what form of race
Hispanic
disrespects their men more than a black woman?
Puerto Rican women get crazy.
Yeah.
No, but those are like black.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now. I feel like
Dominican women are more black. I feel like Puerto Rican people are more.
I feel like. See, I'm trying to answer outside of my perspective. I feel like in the there's a lot of Hispanic like when it comes to like the abuse and like the fights and it goes. I've dealt with. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I've dealt with it myself, but I'm saying like I feel like there's a lot of that there too.
Okay, it's always nothing is gonna be 100%. If we talking about in the margins, or we talking about the numbers, who is the most aggressive species on this planet?
I need to Google it.
First of all,
to be correct on the podcast.
First of all, if you really think about it, I think I was talking to G one time. He said the strongest creature on this planet is the black man, and the next one is the black woman. Now, this thing is, what does a man need a strong woman for?
What does a man need a strong woman for?
What the fuck I need you to be tough for?
So you feel like a man? You feel like a man doesn't need a strong woman?
He needs a soft woman.
A soft woman.
But because of stuff that you said, even it creates what she said, which is women trying to be tougher than they're supposed to be to protect themselves most of the time.
Okay, why?
Why? Because that's how they were raised. The programming was instituted by a woman who decided to leave her covering and take the world on. So in order to take the world on, it requires masculinity. What they wouldn't admit is, yes, our women have become so masculine that they have lost reverence for their men. And if they don't find a way to gain it, they're going to find themselves in a world of trouble. Kevin Samuels famously quoted as winter coming. And right now we're starting to see remnants of that.
I hate to admit it, but that is true.
A lot of women got the misconception that men want a partnership that you have to go home and negotiate with and say, baby, this is what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? No, men, if you're going to give us the responsibility of being the man, if I come home and say some that you don't agree with, that don't mean we about to talk about this. That mean I've been out here and I seen some that you might not have seen. And I'm saying at this house, to protect us from the that I saw, this how we gonna do this. If you don't agree, we could talk about it after the fact, but this what needs to happen.
This is what you have the
That's
final
the type
say.
of that turns women. Women don't want to see black men have authority, and that's the struggle. Black men don't have authority
But a lot of
nowhere.
times they don't know, because you think like that. But a lot of these don't know how to lead. They don't know how to run a household.
See, that's what I just said.
They don't know how.
So you think women always got a rebuttal?
Do you understand that it's like
We
you just
rebuttaling
said,
right
"You don't know how to lead." Well, what are they doing then?
Being a
You talking about 3 you had a bad interaction with? You gonna wipe that on all the other?
I'ma disagree. Niggas know how to lead.
All right,
I
I'll
can
tell you
only
what.
speak from
They always throw that out there because it's the ones that they attract. That's what it is. They wouldn't even know what to do with a leader if they had one. They'll run away or sabotage it.
Black women have the support of a massive group that participates in ratchet behavior and ratchet thinking. Now, white, Asian, and Hispanic, they got ratchet people, but you had to go away from the group to do that. They don't house you. They don't nurture that. The black community, the massive group accepts it and nurtures it. It's totally backwards. Rather than sending the ratchets away, the massive black groups bring the ratchets. There's a safe space for them. When they're confronted, you look like the minority because you are the minority that confronts that culture, and they're the majority. This is the only group, this is the culture where the ratchets has the power socially, the nerds, the high value minded people. When I'm talking about high values, I'm talking about pro-social values, generosity, respect, honor, faithfulness, kindness. I'm talking about community. High values your way of being. The people like us, we in the black community are the rejects. In other groups, the ratchets are the rejects. In other groups, that's for entertainment for them. They go home doing the right thing. The smart people are elevated because they know you're the key to our progress. In our group, the smart ones are rejected and they think you trying to, oppress them. It's interesting. You so backwards. You think we trying to oppress you. We trying to free you.
I have a partner, right? We be debating a lot. My partner used this term called conservative douchebags. And what it really means is people who believe in the nuclear family, believe in hard work, believe in the American dream, being able to obtain that. I was explaining to him how for you to call certain people who are prominent in our community based off of their merit and the things that they've accomplished, conservative douchebags, is you trying to disparage their credibility for being exceptional. And I was arguing the point that it's always in our community that we like to disparage the ones that are the top tier. We rather meet them with jealousy and vitriol versus trying to learn from them and allowing them to take the lead.
You leave at this house, don't nobody really care about you for real. The people who care about you gonna be right here under this roof. Outside that door, don't expect no favors or no love or appreciation from nobody. If you get it, assume it's fake. And if you find that it's real, appreciate it, but don't believe it.
That's what it is out here. Lions, tigers, and bears. Just stay on guard.
Hey, she flashed, brother. I ain't gonna lie. She cold like that? She cut up like that? How long you lasted, man?
Son, like 2-3 minutes, like.
I can't wait, man. I'm about to. What's wrong, man?
Oh, that thing fucking monster.
The neck trick? The neck trick?
Yeah.
The neck trick?
What you calling it?
The neck trick?
I was out of there.
Hold on. Neck trick? No. No, man. I'm about to show you. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
You can come hold me first, for like a little while, just for a little while.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I come to what?
Can you come hold me? Like, come lay down with me.
Baby, this is not a conversation. I'm not about to hold you. What you talking about holding you?
What you mean?
I'm not
What
your
type of nigga do that?
nigga. Was they holding you? No. Why you want
I asked you to hold me. The boys beat it up already. They beat my shit up already. My shit is hurting. I can't do all that right now.
I'm just trying to do that right quick. I won't be long. Trust me.
It's so dry right now. But you gonna eat it or something?
Eat it? Heavens no. What the fuck? I just ate. I'm full. Actually, I'm not eating
it. You can't kiss it?
You just had 5 guys. I ain't talking about the restaurant. Now you want me to come in and eat it? First of all, you want me to put my head down there. That's like I'm eating 4 chili dogs. No, that's not happening.
What you mean?
This motherfucker said eat it. No, you really play.
You can eat it.
I can't eat shit, man. I don't even eat fish, bro.
This ain't me. This is high class fish.
There ain't nothing high class about that. You just let 3 of my partners fuck. Ain't nothing class about that, man.
They don't mean nothing. My esophagus is stretched out of proportion. My throat hurt. My mouth, my jaws feel like they locked. All my back broken. I'm gonna have to get carried out of here like a pallbearer.
Oh man, what the fuck, man? Look, so since they got to do something, can you at least fake moan and make it seem like I'm doing something? You heard me?
Yeah, for $20.
$20? What? So they get the hit for free, and I gotta pay you to fake moan?
Oh, 20.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Y'all niggas like to play games. All right, I can look.
I'm gonna need y'all to like the video, comment if you want, but turn your post notifications on so you know the next time I drop.